He had heard that this is the way to get what you want. He's getting up at 6 a.m. every day because he had read in Forbes magazine that Margaret Thatcher got up at 6 a.m. every day, and this was the key to her success. He is drinking kale smoothies because he had read in Men's Health magazine that green leafy vegetables contribute to the motivation, the focus, and the mental stamina that are necessary to get ahead in the world of financial consultancy. He's doing 50 squats every morning, and after this, he's putting on his expensive grey suit. He'd read in GQ that grey is elegant, strong, and versatile in its use. It's important that clients see him as dominant, not necessarily a threat, but fully in control, and confident. He's reading articles on his iPhone from Sky News, The Daily Telegraph, and The Irish Independent. He's reposting content about social welfare cuts. He's adding the caption, "Tough decisions must be made, but although they may be tough, they're genuinely fair." He's spending €95 a month on product for his skin and for his hair. He's answering work emails on the number 15. Working on the morning commute is part of his time management routine. You see, he had read in the Financial Times that these are the measures that must be taken in order to succeed. In today's competitive free market economy, you must be willing to commodify every second of your day. He's getting off the bus and a woman is asking him for change. He's thinking, she wouldn't be in this position if she'd made better life choices. He's thinking, life choices really are the solution to the entire homeless crisis. He is thinking, if she, like him, had gotten up every day at 6 a.m, well, she could have availed of opportunities and overcome adversity. She could have kept her eyes on the prize. She could have had a different sort of life, but he has other things in mind. He's getting into the office just before 9. He's saying hello to the receptionist. He is wishing her an excellent day, although he doesn't remember hers or most other women's names. But he's reminding himself that this is fine. It's totally okay. You can't be sexist if you're gay. He's chatting with his colleagues and discussing his plans for the day. He's telling them about the woman who asked him for change. He's making some vague remark about how you need to clean up the streets before moving on to discussing his new workout routine. He's occasionally, ironically, peppering his speech with black and trans American slang he learned from that episode of RuPaul's Drag Race he saw one time. His straight white colleagues think this is wild. He is discussing the rare times he has to go to the north side. His well-paid, straight white colleagues still thinking it's wild are almost in fits while he puts on this thick, exaggerated working-class Dublin accent to make a joke about poverty or violence or heroin addiction. Later on though, he's having a wank in his kitchen, poring over vaguely pornographic pictures of young working-class men in tracksuits on their bronze hairless torsos in an incognito window. He's trawling through Grindr for men who he thinks look a little bit poorer than him. As long as they're straight acting, mask for mask, no twinks, no fats, no femmes. He's telling his friends that Leo Varadkar will lead us to economic, social and cultural recovery. He's arguing that the time that Joan Burton was trapped in her car at Jonestown was the single greatest assault on Irish democracy. He is agreeing emphatically with his taxi driver who has just said something disgustingly racist because this is helping to support his views on migration. He is suggesting that you should just exercise patience while men like him decide who should and shouldn't have access to a termination. He is overcome with determination. He is progressing and growing every day. His muscles are tensing as he's climbing that ladder. He swipes sweat from his brow. He wants to move faster. He is trying to be harder, leaner, more efficient. He wants to be a real man. He wants more bang for his buck. He wants to be a strict top who never bottoms when he fucks. He thinks those that do are less than him. He thinks they're softer, weaker, feminized men. He is bench pressing 100 kilos every second night at the gym. He is proving every day he is in charge and he is dominant. And I understand that the demand has shifted from liberation to assimilation, but if his solidarity can stretch no further than for the likes of marriage equality, well then he and I do not belong to the same LGBT community. And when we use phrases like LGBT equality, people like he intend that exclusively to be for white males who are cis, middle class, able-bodied and gay, but he does not represent me, she or they.